Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Travelin Tony channel. I'm Travelin Tony. Again, coming to you from Abilene, Texas. And I found another good person of interest for you that has done a lot of things for Abilene. And his name is Reverend J.C. Johnson. And Reverend J.C. Johnson was a police officer, and he has a very interesting story to tell you about his life. And here we go.
Hello. I like to say, by God's grace, I am 70 years old. A lot of people say I don't look like it, but yeah, that's where I am. I am very glad and honored to be here, says Tony Phillips. The most important thing is that I want to tell him and everyone that I was with the Abilene Police Department for 30 years. I became a police officer after witnessing an incident with two police officers and one of my co-workers. There was an incident where my co-worker got arrested, and I was very upset about what had taken place. And I told the officer I thought what he done was wrong, but you got to realize this was back in 1976. And he told me, he said, if you wish to have things change, why don't you become a police officer and help us do things be great for Abilene? And as a kid, I knew it was my destiny to be a police officer because when I was younger, all my friends would play cops and robbers. Guess who was always the cop?
Oh, really?
And that made me know that the revelation that was my destiny. And in September of 1976, I became a sworn police officer for the Abilene, Texas Police Department.
That's great.
And during this time with the police department, I received many accommodations, Officer of the Year. I sadly to say that I've only really involved in one shootout in which I had to actually injure a person. The name's not important, but by God's grace, the person did not become a deceased victim from the incident that took place.
Uh-huh.
I'm not bragging about that, but I'm just saying that when you get a job, you got to be prepared to do everything that's involved with it.
Right.
And one thing I do know that a lot of people say that, well, as a police officer in Abilene, what can you do that can help others? And I'll tell a lot of the young blacks here in Abilene is that Abilene is a great city. It's a town where a lot of people do not understand you, know you. And one thing I learned from my mom, she always says that God is concerned about where you stand. It's not so important about where you stay or where you live, but how you live. And I grew up in a Christian environment to let me know this how I live, and not that important, but where I live is more important than what God had to do. I'm basically still living in the same community that I grew up with as a child. I've been married this coming December. It'll be 50 years to the same young lady, and I've just been blessed.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment to be married that long.
Yes, I found out this get me in trouble, but a lot of people ask me how long you've been married. I tell them almost 50 years in December 11th.
That's great.
This year, and they say, well, what are some things that make that accomplishment take place? I told them, she does what I say. So, don't let that get out. That may get me in trouble.
Okay.
All right, well, that's good. And like I said, during this time, I've done great things. Presently now, I'm a pastor of Bethel Church of God in Christ at 634 Cottonwood, and I am been blessed to be a part of the city of Abilene.
That is great. Yes, I've been to your church, and we enjoyed the services, my wife and I. And you are one really good pastor and good preacher. Good, spread the word.
Thank you. God bless. Most important thing is just remember this: don't let anybody take you down, tear you down, tell you what you can't do.
Yes.
I tell the young people all the time, so what if you don't have the riches of everybody else? So what if it look like you can't make it like everybody else? But know this: God loves you, and we're here for a reason, and your time is due. And then I like to say in the scripture, in due season, He'll make a blessing and wait just for each and every one of us.
All right. Thank you, Elder Johnson. And my friend, Mr. J.C. Johnson, thank you so much for giving me your time and spreading the word of friendship and brotherly love.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Take care, Tony.